What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel. I am going to be starting this channel on homesteading. I currently live in town and am planning to find some land outside of town and make a homestead. So currently living in town, I want to do as much as I can to be self-sufficient and get ready to start a homestead. Today I am going to be starting that out with rendering some fat, and I have some seeds started, and I have been preparing some raised beds. I've just been trying to get all that ready. Spring is right around the corner. In a couple weeks I'll be planting everything as much as I can outside. I already have some beets and some radishes planted. I'm hoping they will do fine because it's supposed to frost tonight, but they should be fine. And I'll see you in the kitchen where I'm rendering the beef fat. So I'm in the kitchen. I am trying to render the beef fat in a crock pot, which I had saw online. So I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Here is how I have it. I have about 5 pounds of beef fat, and I just have it on high. It'll need to be on high for about 20 hours. And after that 20 hours, I am going to be putting it in a silicone mold and putting it in the freezer to store it. Here is what I have to start my seeds in. It is the Burpee Super Seed 36 cell. I figured it would be perfect. I can just pop them out and I can reuse it every year. And it did come with a fancy little chart for everything, and here I have wrote down everything that I will have in it, which is peppers, squash, cucumbers, tomatillas, cilantro, basil, mint, peppermint, and thyme. The numbers are not correct. That is just how I had started out and went off of those numbers, just how many I wanted of each one, and then if I had more space, then I added what I thought I'd want more of them started. But here's a closer look. I just put some saran wrap on it to make almost like a greenhouse effect. I'm gonna see how it works holding the moisture in. Here is my current setup for what I have outside, which I'm looking to expand. I currently just have raised beds. I have made this one out of an old window and cedar fence pickets. And I have radishes growing in there. And this one here, I just made and finished up filling with soil. It has a trellis, which I'm going to be trying some type of green bean that is called asparagus bean. They make long 12-inch bean pods. And this is where I have taken in a pallet and filled it with dirt. And I currently, I don't know if you can see, but I have some beets that have come up. I have 2 rows of those currently, and some more radishes. Just 1 row of those. And this here is right along my garage. And as you can see, it had edging along it, and I've taken that up and then working on taking the pea gravel out and going to turn this into another bed that I can plant stuff in. Here on my back step, I have a pot that I'm going to most likely put tomatilla plant in, and I have a lick tub here that came from a cattle farm. I have put some rocks and a little bit of sticks and some charcoal in the bottom. I'm going to fill that with soil and grow some stuff in that. And then here I have a Walmart 3-tier container that I'm going to turn into an herb garden. I currently have mint in there, and that is all my outside plants right now. What is up, guys? It has been about 3 hours since I have started rendering this fat down, and I am going to stir it and show you guys what it looks like so far. So here is what it looks like so far. I just have it on high. Let me grab the spatula and give it a stir. And just gonna stir it. You can see they are not quite crunchy or anything yet. There's still some fat left in it, but you can see the amount of fat that I'm gonna get from this. I started out with just 5 pounds and we will weigh it whenever it is done to see how much we actually got from it. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. I let it sit overnight, and here's what it looks like. It is pretty much done. All that needs left is just to strain it out, put it in the mold, let it sit up, and then put it in the freezer, and we will have some nice tallow to use for cooking. Here's my supplies that I have to do all this, and here is how it turned out. I'm going to strain out all the cracklings in here, put it in ice trays, stick it in the freezer to harden it up. I got 3 of these with the silicone in the bottom. Hopefully they pop out fine. And 2 of these that are completely silicone. And I'll go ahead and get a few done, get it strained out and get a few done, and I'll see you then. And here is it strained. Those are all the cracklings. There's still a few in the bottom, but let's lift this up and give it a look. That is it after. This is just a metal strainer, nothing too fancy. And gonna get the strainer out and start putting it into the ice trays and stick them in the freezer. And once I get one filled up, I will see you guys again. I have got the first one filled up, still got plenty, and getting started on the second one, and then I still have these 3 here. I have filled up one of the first of this style of ice tray and still have a good amount. I'll probably have to wait until some of them get solid and do another batch after that, because I think I have more than what will fit in these trays. So I'm getting a pretty good amount, and I will let you guys know how much I get. Okay guys, we are back here in the kitchen. I have a few popped out already because just make seeing if they're done yet. But these ones here seem to be popping out just fine. So I'm gonna pop these out and check the other ones and hopefully fill them up more, because I still have more in the pot that I need to put in here in the ice trays and get the freezing. Guys, the last ones have just finished up, taking them out of the molds now and putting them in my bag. Definitely prefer the silicone molds over the plastic with the silicone in the bottom. Overall, just easier to get them out. Pop them out like that, and they go. And you can see that is a 1 gallon freezer bag. And you can see how full it is. Pretty good amount. I will get out and show you that one, how much crackling I had. It was probably a 1/3 of a gallon size bag, which ain't too bad either. Yeah, that there is how full I got a gallon bag from 5 pounds of lard. And here are the cracklings, about a third of a bag. And I'm going to find some recipes that I can use these in. There's quite a few that I have found online that I am going to try with them. What is up, guys? It is now Tuesday and I had some rhubarb ready, so I went out and got some of that cut, and I'm making rhubarb jam. I forgot to record the start of it and cutting it and everything, but I will show you where I am at so far. I have cut it in about 1/2 inch pieces and put it in a pot with 2 1/4 cups of sugar and a pinch of salt. And I have let the juices come out of it and let it come to a boil, and now I am cooking it on medium heat, and here's what it's looking like so far. Here's what it's looking so far. It is starting to break up from the pieces and become mushy, and it smells extremely good. And I will show you whenever I'm at the next step and show you how it's looking. I did not get the rest of it recorded, but here is it all canned up and how it turned out. And here's a picture of it on some flatbread that I had made. What is up, guys? Here's a look at what you can do with your rhubarb jam. Here I have made just some easy, simple flatbread, and I have done this a couple days now, and I've already used up a whole jar of the jam. Delicious. It is very good. I recommend it if you have some rhubarb you need to use up and you like jam. Here is how the seeds are looking. We have 1 thyme up and 3 cucumbers up so far that I can see. But they're looking really good, starting to sprout through the top. Thyme's good. I did see one of my tomatillas were sprouting before I watered them, and it got covered up a little bit, but so they should be sprouting anytime. Pretty much everything should be coming up within the next couple days, so we will see.